it. So again, welcome. This is the Ascension timeline, end of coronavirus 2020, in regards to the Pluto-Jupiter conjunction. And I wanted to share my screen with you just to get in the presentation that I have. Now, can everyone see this? I'm just going to move this out of the way. So what we have is, this is what's the big deal. This is the significant. It's anyone's had an opportunity to go and listen to the astrologers out there. It's fascinating. I kind of lost myself this week, and I taking on this challenge for me was, I really enjoy connecting with love and light, but this is a mass scale beyond what I even comprehended before. So this has really opened up my eyes to see how much power there is in the ancient wisdom. And this is a big deal because there's 3 of the Jupiter Pluto conjunctions happening. This one's in Capricorn. And what's happening is they're going to be going on in June and as well as November. And it is said that the last one, these are rare. The last one was back in 1772. And again in January of 1522. So they don't happen very often. And they're massive energy surges that we could really collectively make use of the energies. And if you've heard of like a full moon that happens when there's a surge in crime or visits to the emergency in the hospital, like these polarities really, these energies do affect us, and we may not be conscious of them, but there are beautiful teachings that help us to wield it in a useful direction. And so instead of going in and out of these seasons and in and out of these cycles, it's a time for us to really connect with our planet, with our solar system, our galaxy, and with Mother Earth, and work with the energies, not in a narcissistic society that we've disconnected and separated from. And this is also a big deal because it helps to bring about cultural change, setting aside our differences. As you can see my list there, causes us to focus on old systems, calls for personal development. It also, it's not a time for competition, power, and self-righteousness, and it's stepping up to be of service. That's basically how I've summed up the energies and why it's a big deal. And Jupiter, what is Jupiter? What is Pluto? And these are astrologically, they were ancient times, they were named after Roman gods. So Jupiter is all about expansion energy. It helps us to, as you can see here, I've listed them out. It gets you serious and focused, which if you haven't noticed, we've all got very serious and very focused on the conditions of our life. It amplifies the good as well as the bad in order for us in any evolution. We have triggers. As the human evolution, we have come to understand that bad is not always, we judge it as something unwanted and resisted. But if we work with this energy, we could actually amplify the good and bring balance in what we desire, not based on just the discontentments, but the longings of our society. We also could focus on what matters most. It drives us to see a bigger picture, but also it actually forces us to zoom in on our own life and how we've been managing and what we want to do with our own individual. So it's literally, and now Pluto, on the other hand, is all about personal transformation, awakening up to who we are. So it's moving from the lack of awareness, because it's all about awareness, to transform. It is to be conscious. So it's really bringing us to be conscious, to connect with our own selves, and for personal power. And it's really to get to the heart of the matters, and it calls for strength and will, because we really do need to have a will. Because most people, transformation means change. Well, right now, sometimes there's no choice. So we have to take a look at why Pluto it's all about supporting us in this physical plane and helping us because we no longer have a choice in many areas of our life. And so it's giving us that strength so that we could have that willpower to move. And these are both beautiful and powerful energies at play right now. It's going on right now. And it's amazing to know that we collectively are opening up to connect with that energy. And so before I do that, I really wanted to talk about how time is inelastic, because Ascension timeline, it's collapsing. It's literally, and I like to take this to a personal individual journey. Like I said earlier, the mindset of the human evolution is almost like we go from victim to victor in order to evolve. And that's the level of consciousness that's now currently on our planet. And, we hope that in, 100, 1,000 years from now, we don't have to operate with the degree of fear. We don't have to see the corruption and all that pain, because we will know what it is to be more one and how we affect each other. But for now, this ascension and, the coronavirus and all of these things that are coming out, back in the last time that this Jupiter and Pluto conjunction happened, there was the Russian Black Plague that hit. And then in 1522, it was the balance in power between the Spanish and the Mexican government. And if, astrologers saying, watch Spain and Europe Union in 2020, but also Donald Trump in regards to his Mexican wall. And does it happen? No. So it's the balance in power. It's the fall of dominant politics and government officials. So it's really helping us to bring that in. But so how can we, with our energies at play and with our connecting collectively, it's literally, time is like an elastic. So can everyone see me?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Because if you have an elastic, what's that? So time is like an elastic. Here's a quick analogy. So if you can imagine I'm holding an elastic and I'm going over another 200 years, say, or 100 years, and it's about bringing peace and balance, restoring the harmony with our food supply, having healthy produce and not having to rely on corporations. So you can stretch that out, and it's like, it'll take us the Ascension timeline to really come up and to create that change in our world, but also in our own personal finances and economy and all of that. But if we work together on this with our personal development, and we are that light of energy that increases and up-levels our state, as you can see, all of these are keys to Ascension. It helps to collapse the elastic. So it ends up being within a decade. And so when we begin to experience how we propel in our own personal development, we can then relate it to a scale that's global. And so it really does start with ourselves. And that's why being in the present moment, being aware and listening to those amazing speakers, if you've been listening to Eckhart Tolle about, the power of now, the power within us, it starts because we are all a light, and fear dims our inner light. And this ascension is all about the more we shine our light in this meditation and connecting with the 1 million+ other people, it's a oneness of the light. It amplifies. It helps to create that elasticity and collapses the planet's growth and evolution. And also, I know I don't want to get too much into this, but we also want to take a look on a cellular level, the healing and the viruses and the things that are going on in our body. Neurological memory is one of the, over the last decade or so, biologists and neuroscientists such as Bruce Lipton and John Joe Dispenza, if you look them up and you research the findings, it's incredible. So it happens that if we collectively go in, not collectively, just individually to connect with our inner being, our cellular ability amplifies when we're out of fear. Let's listen to the sliding scale here. Fear to peace. When we're in fear, we know that we trigger our cortisones, our stress hormones. We put fight and flight at the front line to defend ourselves, and in the back seat sits the rest and digest and our immunity. We suppress our immune system, and the more we're living in fear, the more that we have these out of alignment. So bring ourselves into that parasympathetic system is being aware, conscious meditation, mindfulness. And I know every single person here gets it on this call. So that cellular, think about this construct of that cell, now that it is in conscious state, it's in a state of mindfulness. We've now allowed ourselves, because fear dims your light, we're now in the present moment. We're not worried about the past, we're not anxious about the uncertainty of our future. We're opening up to that peace, that beautiful unity, universal source energy that's already available. And it's a natural state of peace, ease, joy, and love. And we're connecting with that. Our cells are instantly transformed and triggered 200 times more sensitive and subtle to the communication with our whole being. And that every single molecule of our cells, to the nucleus, to the core beyond, is that nothingness source energy that is in every single space in our body and beyond, every molecule. It's invisible, but we know that we tap into this, that is where our power is. So I really wanted to build you up with this wisdom, because we're connecting with this healing, this innate healing, this superhuman power, so that we could really shine our lights this evening. And so the next slide. So the Romans would have had it the Romans would have said it as two of their gods together as one. We got Jupiter, we got Pluto, and the guard of the underworld with his three-headed dogs that guard the opening to the underworld in the Roman myth. And Jupiter and Pluto were brothers in charge of, Jupiter being that massive planet that is in charge of the sky and all of it also reminds me of like Raziel and Metatron energy, that beautiful, powerful connector to our highest good and ascension. And another thing is that Pluto is in charge of the underworld, which is all about, political power and balance in our physical reality. And so this is the summary. We're going to bring balance to those and help the healing ascension, and to really allow ourselves to go into that memory, that cellular memory that we talked about here, so that we can turn on our innate ability to create antigens and the proteins required to have the healing powers to fight this virus. So thank you for listening to the pre-info. And now here is, before we get started, I just wanted to talk to you about the beautiful journey that we're going to be going on in the next few minutes, next 15 minutes, and then we'll end it right afterwards. And I'll send you the recording, or I'll send it to Sun Yoga for distributing a link. But we're going to be connecting. And this is just the galaxy. There are trillions of galaxies out there. Nobody really knows what that looks like, but this is the image that conjures up in my mind. So mental images are a powerful way for us to go into meditation, so that we could begin to connect the mind to the isness of what's out there, because we're really honing in and surrendering and allowing to receive this beautiful surge of energy for our own personal and collective ascension and healing. So we're going to have that beautiful beam of light entering into our galaxy from the central sun. And then, if you can imagine, this is an image that I borrowed, and it's basically the solar system, and seeing it going through all of the planets and through all the way through the beings of light inside of our solar system, and then amplifying that through our bodies into the center of Earth. So that's literally the images and the process that collectively the planet is all going through. Those are the steps, the 5 steps. And I summarized them up. And so, no further ado, I wanted to now bring you to the meditation, but are there any questions anyone has before I go into it? Okay.
I just have a comment. So I'm guessing that going through a pandemic right now is really in line with the entire experience that we're talking about.
Yes, good point. One of the things that I meant to discuss is the bringing that peace and love to the planet, because when we're focusing on one of the points, thank you so much for bringing that up, because one of the big points is there's a lot of energy that's expanding the good and the bad. And so if we're only focusing on the things that are going wrong, then we're not able to really wield that energy in a useful direction. So when I talked about our ability to ascend in terms of, I'm just going to move this up here so I can open this up. So ascension, it's, really being able to up-level those states. And how we do that is we don't ignore the facts. We don't bury our heads in the sand. This is a time to really dig in deep and have that strength and will, like the rising phoenix from the ashes, as I've been reading. And what it does is it helps us to shift our focus on just the bad and allows us to see a balance. And that in that balance, we begin to shift into seeing all the things, all of the conditions that are going well, that we do have, the desires that are in our heart, because that will help us to up level the light, the emotional states, and move from fear to the level of the incremental scale into peace, ease, and love and joy, all of those other things that create healing, that create the soil for good to grow. And so that is what we're actually shifting into. And it also increases our deservedness, increases our power, that it's not outside of us in the current conditions. It's collecting it back and knowing that we have the power, that it's within us, and that's the superhuman power. So thank you so much for asking that question so that I could really give it a better summary. Thank you. Does that help? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so let's begin this meditation. Oh, unless there's another question, I'd be more than happy to spend a few minutes. Okay. Great. So this is a 15-minute process, roughly, and thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy. Thanks again. I'll just get the music on. So I'm going to mute everyone. If you can just mute yourself, because I have no idea how to do that, but it's very quiet, so thank you. It's not a problem right now. So just getting comfortable. I'm going to play some music in the background. And just allowing yourselves to just take a moment to really be present in your body. Just allow yourself to really feel the weight of your physical body on the chair or the seat, wherever you're currently sitting. And just allow yourself to just feel into this moment, into this conscious awareness through connecting with your breath. And as you follow in, taking a few breaths in, filling your whole lungs and belly, and then breathing out your mouth. And as we connect with our breath, we notice that there's this natural stillness inside our being and our essence. And as it begins to become aware, we notice that any tension begins to melt away. And just to help us to really warm up, because consciousness is the portal into our metaphysical senses, I want you to begin to experience the sound of my voice, the sound of the environment around you. Perhaps you're just noticing that you're just hearing your own breath or the distant noises or my voice. The palpable sensations are also in your body. Feel whether there's a coolness or warmth in your environment. Really allowing your senses to bring you into this space of peace. Maybe you're just noticing in your body. Allow that, like washing away any muscle tension, anything of discomfort. As you breathe in and you breathe out, on the out breath, just dissolve and disintegrate any tension in your body that's not serving you now. And just take a moment. Soften your shoulders. Soften your neck. Soften all the muscles in your face and your jaw and your eyes. Relaxing your upper heart and your whole torso and your belly. Just surrendering and allowing this peace energy to just awaken and amplify within your being. Feeling it rolling and awakening, immersing into all of your energy centers, all the way down into your sit bones and your root chakra and below. And we take this moment to go into our third eye, and we see perhaps there's just, as we close our eyes, we allow the mind's eye become aware of the senses or the light. Perhaps it's just some white light behind your eyelids or some color or visuals. And now allow your senses of smell, smelling the environment, and tasting whatever's in your mouth, maybe toothpaste or remnants of the dinner. Everything in this moment is peace. And as we now allow ourselves to simultaneously become aware of all our senses at once, noticing how we feel palpably, physically on our body, the heat and registers within our body. Perhaps the sound, smell, and visuals of our metaphysical senses. Being in this perfect awareness is the switching station to the infinite mind. Notice a light in your third eye, shining bright like a white light, growing and immersing from the pineal gland. And as we breathe in this light, it opens up and expands. It's the seat of consciousness, our connection to the infinite mind. And as we connect with this light from this place of surrender and peace, we open our hearts with an intention. And we ask that this intention, that it be for this evening, a powerful and wonderful connection with the beautiful energies of the galaxy and with all the celestial beings that come forth to help us on this planet during this ascension timeline and coronavirus healing. We open our hearts and minds to be that light, to connect as one with millions of others in this moment. And with that intention, we ask this to be love and light for our highest good on this planet from God's will. We ask that this evening and beyond be healing and blessings in all ways from God's will, in our own personal lives, and for those each and every living being on this planet and the ones we love. And we open our hearts and ask for help. Ask for the archangels, ascended masters in creation of all aspects of this cosmic universe. We call upon the Jupiter-Pluto Conjunction in particular to connect with all the healing ascension that is available to us now on this planet. We do so by becoming aware of our crown chakra. We return to that beautiful white light. And we notice how this beautiful white light begins to grow and connect down our spine. Noticing as it hits the base of the neck and it shoots down every single joint, every nerve that hits the spine and be all the way down the cerebral cortex, all the way into every single neurological cell in our core, down our spine, into our sit bone and beyond. Take a moment as you breathe in how this beautiful white light begins to amplify and increase within you. Notice how it pours in and down your spine into Mother Earth, Gaia, anchoring and rooting our physical body in this beautiful vessel that carries us through this lifetime as this physical, powerful being with the highest infinite potential that we all have. We connect now to the core of Earth, feeling this beautiful essence pour down like liquid light, melting into all of our energy centers, down through our heads and our throats and our hearts and our bellies. As each breath amplifies that energy, and on the exhale sends this energy down our root chakra, through our energy centers, through our crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, our belly, down into our organs, into our energy center of our emotions, where our sacrals are, so that we open up and really allow that peace to be experienced within our bodies. As we breathe in, we amplify that energy of peace and love. And as we exhale, we send it into the planet Earth, into the core. As it passes, we begin more aware of our root chakra that really allows us to be present in this physical body, anchored, safe, and secure, and abundant in all our needs. As we amplify that, we send we receive more and more of our ability to physically manifest and co-create, and we send it down into our being and Mother Earth. You may notice already this beautiful cycle of energy. As you breathe in, you will also be aware of the beautiful energy effortlessly, rapidly pouring up from Mother Earth back into your being, up your legs, your thighs, into your solar plexus, your sit bones, your buttocks, and up into your core, your heart, and beyond. Notice also that when we breathe in, we're also breathing in the heavens, the holy energy of the universe, the one song, that beautiful galaxy energy of light being. As we breathe that in, we notice it's coming through our bodies, from our crowns, from the heavens above and below, into our center. You might experience that in your core and in your heart. So as we breathe in, not only are we being aware of that beautiful pooling of energy from the heavens above and the earth below, but it's a beautiful torus field of energy. As we breathe this in, we breathe it out of our hearts. And it just pulls in and around our light body and light being, allowing it to be the biggest and brightest than ever before. And as this beautiful light within, notice your senses, how that experience, and surrender to it. It is safe for you to let go. It is safe for you to open your boundaryless energy light body now. It is safe for you to now immerse yourself in this light. And knowing that together we are connecting as one. In this powerful, surrendered state, we open and surrender even more, and we begin to look up. Use your eyes closed, use your eyelids, your eyes to look up. Put your tongue on the roof of your mouth to help you, light body, leap into the cosmos, into the galaxy of the center sun, the trillions of galaxies, the center of all that is. And allow yourself to connect with that beautiful portal of beam of light. And with this beautiful awareness of this beam of light, notice that beautiful shift of openness and expansion you experience in your body. Allow yourself to align with its frequency. It is a beautiful, high, powerful frequency in every cell of your body. And become aware of it entering now through our galaxy. Use your senses to see that beautiful body of light, massive in expansions, traveling the speed of light, and how it is already present in our awareness through the center of our galaxy. Beautiful, swirling and ever expanding creation of essence and life itself. Life itself pours through us now. And we allow that beautiful life itself to vibrate and to up-level and expand us even more as we dissolve into that beautiful creation of all that is. Allow yourself to imagine looking in the vast solar system as you begin to zone in on Earth's solar system, seeing Jupiter, that massive planet, orbiting the sun. And allow your energy to connect with all the beautiful planets of Pluto, Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Mars, Venus, Mercury, and Earth. As we begin to descend, we bring our beautiful, powerful ball of light like the sun, like all the suns in the galaxy, feeling a powerful surge of love and peace. We breathe it in and we exhale it down into Earth. As we are tethered in this physical light body through our root chakra, it effortlessly travels down and from our crown into our heart, into our center being as we breathe in. And as we exhale, that light moves so beautifully and healing down into the planet Earth, to the core. Imagine Earth, a ball of beautiful light, golden sunshine. Feel in your body its power and healing as it goes and penetrates all that is not serving us, healing and balancing that strength to improve, to evolve, to grow all systems and cultures. And it calls for this incredible rising and expansion and transformation of all aspects of our planet as one collective togetherness. And see the planet in harmony and in balance. Visualize and picture the power that is being restored to the individuals, the groups, the communities, the countries, the continents, and the globe. See that virus being amplified, the power of the cellular memory to tap in to the timeline of healing. That which is already, that we seek is already there. The antigens, the proteins, so that those are able to connect to their innate healing in peace and ease. As we experience this light, like a circuitry board lighting up, like beams of golden rods and rods, like a massive spider web that we are all connected. Feeling that beautiful power of generosity, hope over any doom or gloom. It just transforms into peace, triumphs over all fear. We can just see fear dissolving like a puff of smoke. And in this beautiful space, as we breathe in this light and we breathe out, knowing that we've connected with millions of souls on this planet and celestial beings, allow that healing within yourself. Feel every miracle bestowed from the Creator and God's will to be available now to you. And absorb in this, bathe in this light. Breathe this in deep into every pore of your body. And allow yourself to surrender fearlessly to this beautiful transformation that you are becoming in this moment. And trust, let go. Soften your whole essence and take one moment to just bathe in this as we finally come to a close. You are love and power. Every single person breathing on this planet has the potential of the Creator. It is our capacity and understanding to wield that. Wield it now. Hone and own it and anchor it into your being forevermore. Breathing it in, amplifying every neurological networking within your own circuitry system down your spine. Healing physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of your light being instantly now. And breathe that in. And we give thanks. And we ask that this beautiful, powerful light that we have access to at any moment, and the support that's always available to us, with the gift of the ancients, of the laws of the universe, we understand that we are aspects of creation. We are God itself within us, and that we affect and influence each one. And we ask to be reminded when in fear to be pulled out instantaneously to our higher power, our higher self of love, peace, and light, as we will ourselves to awake from this day forward. And we give thanks to the love and the light and the remembering from a soul level as we live from our souls from this day on for peace, harmony, and healing on this planet. And as we anchor this finally into our hearts, you bring your hands and you place them either in prayer position or over your heart with gratitude for your essence of your own being, for showing up here today and for being an intricate part of this powerful connection of oneness this moment. Really give thanks to the beautiful souls in this group and beyond. And in final gratitude, you may continue on in this meditation at your own pace, or re-listen to this at a later time. And I thank you for this journey, each of you. May peace and blessings be with you all. So be it. Namaste. Blessings and peace. And when you're ready, and if you're ready, you may come back into the room, into this beautiful physical body we've been gifted with to experience this beautiful journey as a spiritual being in this physical world, Earth. And that we've chosen to come in at this time to be a light and to be a service to one another. And with our will, we shine that light. And now as we're present in our bodies, we begin to return. And thank you so much. Thank you, Sun Yoga. Thank you to each of you beautiful souls that showed up. Good night. Namaste.
Namaste.
You, Kristen.
Thank you. Good night.
Oh,
Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Good night.
Thanks, Kristen. Bye, Kristen.
Bye.